day, the security needs changed every day, and the weather, we had to deal with the weather, the thunderstorms out there, but we had great support from our staff. Virtually everybody had an assignment, and they were out there being ambassadors. We had people in information centers making sure that we can get news to the media, to customers, and people sitting in the security centers to make sure that they could relay information as quickly as possible to adjust the services. So it was a very absorbing experience for us, but I think it was the highlight of our year to be able to show not only Charlotte what we can do, but we showed the nation and the world what we could do here, not only in transit, but just demonstrating how much our city could do. And everyone was saying, this is a small city, will they be able to do it? And I think it was a resounding success for the Charlotte and the region.
And with such a large event as the Democratic National Convention, how important was it to have safety?
Number one was safety and security. And I think the entire event was guided by that. Yes. These political conventions are more than quote unquote a convention meeting. They are basically national security events, and we had a standing president and his wife, and we had major political leaders here from not only the United States but from around the world. And we also wanted to ensure that our residents and our customers were safe. So that was the number one priority. And just being able to deliver that, and I think that we have to basically thank our police chief and the support that he gave not only transit, but what they did to plan for the entire region to ensure that we had a safe convention.
With such a success that the transit system and the whole system, as far as the success of the Democratic National Convention, how do you foresee this helping Charlotte in getting other future events, larger events?
Charlotte is now, I think, extremely visible on a global level and a national level. And you've been hearing rumors about the Republicans. I think yesterday announced that they're going to have a committee meeting here. Then you also have everyone considering whether Charlotte can host a Super Bowl. And I think the 20-year goal probably for the city is to consider, an Olympic event. But I think, if we take it a step at a time, we'll get there.
With an event like as large as the Olympic, how do you feel that it would be as challenging as the DNC?
Very, very challenging, because it wouldn't be just an event that was confined to Charlotte. It would be a regional event because there's so many different venues and so many type of events that they have. So it would be a major coordination on a regional level to be able to provide that event.
Some of the fast fact that I found out about the transit system, you're the largest transit between Washington, D.C. and Atlanta. You serve over 86,200 weekday daily trips. You operate 323 buses with over 73 bus routes. And the list goes on. How does that make you feel, knowing that you have this type of transit system and the success that you're doing within it?
Well, it is, I think, showing that, Charlotte is growing and the visibility of this region for us to be able to have a system that's, I think, a multimodal system, not only the bus service, but also having the light rail service, and having a plan to grow for the future. So I feel I feel honored to be a leader of our system here, and to just to lead a great team, and to be able to continue to have Charlotte on the forefront. The system has now been considered a model throughout the world. We have a Brazilian group coming in from the Ministry of Education tomorrow, and a member of their parliament to visit our system. They chose about 5 or 6 systems in the world because they want to see how they can develop light rail and a multimodal system there. And Charlotte was the only place in the United States that they chose to visit. And this week we also had, for the 3rd time, a group in from Indianapolis. We've had over 60 groups come in to tour our system in the last 5 years, and I think that's a testament to what Charlotte has done, not only from the land development side, but also from the transportation side.
You also provide a special transportation service for the disabled. How important is that for the community, for the disabled? I mean,
it's extremely important. It's extremely important, because not everyone can use your fixed route services. Fixed route meaning that you have a stop and a location that the bus comes to. So everyone has the need for transportation, and they need the flexibility and the ability to get around, to be mobile. And so it's important for us to be able to provide not only the fixed route services, but the ability for those people who are disabled to get around and to have all of the access to transportation, education, medical, entertainment, and go to church just like everyone else. So it's extremely important for us to provide that service. And it's a growing demand on that service, yes.
And that's a awesome
with the
service.
demographic changes, as we all age, we will all need that service in the future.
Oh, yes, ma'am. And I think we take for granted how appreciated that service is, especially for the special, disability that people may have, and they need to get around just like everyone else. And to provide that service for them is awesome, because they need to get around even though they have challenges.
That's a growing demand, and each year we're adding funds to our budget to ensure that we kind of meet that demand. But it's very important that we do it. It's critical for those who are in need to have the ability to be mobile.
One of the outstanding things that I see as far as what you have, service that you provide, is you have like 48 buses and 7 links park and ride locations for people to catch the bus. Why is that an asset?
Because we don't have the ability to go down every street and be everywhere. So if you have these park and ride lots, they provide like a collector point so that we can take people from different areas of the city and provide them a way to, or an option, I should say, an option for them to use public transit. And so as you build your system, you want to ensure that you have the amenities there that attract people to ride your system. So park and ride lots and bus shelters and other amenities are our way of saying, use our services. This is an option for you to get around. And so we continue to look at different park and ride lots so that we can have a place for people to, link into our system and be able to take public transit to places that they need and, get in and out.
And that's very important, especially as far as the parking for our citizens within the city limits, and also it also assists in people just being able to save on the gas.
Yes, that's really important.
Correct.
That's really important. You offer the option of a lower cost transportation option, and then there's also the environmental impact. By being able to take public transit, you can reduce pollution, ozone. And you know, we have a lot of issues in the summer where we go into periods where we're non-attaining the ozone. And you know, when you see the weather forecaster and he'll say, this is an orange day, those are the things you have to look at.
You also have
we can provide more green days for you.
And that's a great thing. That's a growing thing that they're having.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You also have 13 hybrid electric buses in
the fleet. Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. How important is that?
Well, that's part of the green decision.
Correct.
Looking at alternative fuel models for the future, and you know, not using diesel. And so we're looking at ways to not only improve the efficiency and you know, our miles per gallon, but we also, using hybrid technology, can be greener. And so that's better for the environment and contributing to the quality of life here in the region.
But the success that CATS has established, how vital is it to have that team type environment that you have? I mean,
you cannot do it without a team. They say it takes a village. Well, our village is our team, and so the team, you have the core team, the employees, but the team is everybody. Everybody in the community is part of the team. We have stakeholders that have given us support, the chamber, the universities, you here, the media. And so it takes everyone to deliver the services and to continue the support for transit in this community.
If there's one thing that you would like to say to the community, what would you say?
Well, since this is our 5th year anniversary week, I would say that I have to thank everyone for the support that they've had of transit, and for not only passing the sales taxes dedicated to transit, but reaffirming that and continuing to support us and our vision here in Charlotte, and to help us deliver that. So it's like, thank you. We've made 5 years on our light rail, but you know, since 1998, we've made progress in the investment that you have all given us and your support.
Ms. Flowers, I really appreciate you coming back on the show, and continue the outstanding work that you're doing within the Charlotte community.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Carolyn Flowers, CEO of Charlotte Area Transit System. You be encouraged. Thank you.
Thank you.